Hello, I'm Dr. Clint Sexton, and in today's video, we're going to talk about the key nutrients you need for optimal thyroid function and energy production within your cells. All right, so let's jump in and let's just start with key nutrition you need for the thyroid, ultimately, so you can make thyroid hormone. So you need iodine. All right, you need that to make the thyroid hormone. You don't want to go crazy with the iodine. So in some cases, if you have autoimmune thyroid issues like Hashimoto's disease, you don't want to go heavy on the iodine because that can ramp up this TPO, okay, this enzyme that the immune system is attacking, and it really doesn't help the underlying problem by piling more iodine onto it. So the other thing to remember is that your thyroid is really good at consolidating and storing iodine. So you don't have to load up on it on a constant basis. So iodine, yes, you need it, but you don't need huge amounts of it. You need tyrosine. That's a building block of proteins, an amino acid. It's in many sources of protein sources. You don't need to take it separately as a supplement, typically, to get what you need for thyroid production. After that, we get into things like selenium. Selenium is needed for the production of thyroid hormone, but it's also a very powerful antioxidant. So it helps protect the thyroid cells so they can continue to make thyroid hormone. Iron also plays a role in this. You're going to see iron a couple different times here as we're talking about this today, but you need that for the enzyme system to work as well to make your thyroid hormone. But you also need it again so you can get oxygen to your cells and actually make energy. So again, you have your iodine, you get your tyrosine, you have your selenium, you have the iron. You also have as zinc. Okay, zinc is important with this as well. So there aren't really a lot of things you need for the production of thyroid hormone. After that, now we start looking at nutrients we need so that our thyroid hormone can ultimately do the job we want it to do, which is to produce energy in our cells. You always want to keep this in mind. So when you're talking about thyroid, the main thing that thyroid hormone is doing for us is it's allowing our cells to make energy. And the energy produced by cells is called ATP. So we're going to jump into this a little bit because you could have everything you need to make the thyroid hormone, but if the hormone can't ultimately accomplish what it's trying to do, which is result in energy production in ATP, then we're going to fall short and you're not going to notice any differences. Okay, so the list for the mitochondria and what they need is a little bit longer. So just a little quick thing on the mitochondria. So the mitochondria are inside your cells. Your cells have many mitochondria inside of them. And what's interesting is that we all get our mitochondria from our mother only. The father, the male part of it, is not a component of this. So all the mitochondria you have, you got those from your mother. All right, and they're inside the cells, and ultimately they're taking the food we eat and we're turning it into the energy or the currency of the cell called ATP. Maybe you remember that from a biology class earlier on. But all right, so we're making ATP, and the mitochondria are making that for us. All right, and your thyroid hormone is acting on these mitochondria. It's a whole process. Thyroid hormone, nutrients getting into the cell, this hormone reacting with the mitochondria taking our food, turning it into the energy we need. So the mitochondria, magnesium is important. Okay, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about what all these do in the mitochondria, but magnesium is important. Coenzyme Q10 can be beneficial as well. Alpha lipoic acid is another antioxidant that helps protect the mitochondria. That can be helpful for that as well. We get to some of our other nutrients like iron again. And again, I'm back to iron because we need the iron. If you think about what iron is doing for us, one of its main functions is to get oxygen. It carries oxygen. It's part of the red blood cell hemoglobin. That's the iron component. That's how we're getting oxygen to our cells. Because without the oxygen, again, no energy gets produced. So having proper iron levels and having good iron tests on your labs is important, because if you don't have that, you're not going to make the energy very well at all. And copper is very important. It's part of something inside the mitochondria. It's called this electron transport chain, and copper is essential for that. So it's another one of these trace minerals that's very important. So there's the balance of nourishing the thyroid, but at the same time nourishing and protecting the mitochondria. Mitochondria require a lot of the things I listed are things that are antioxidants, which means they help resolve, they help quench free radicals. Okay, and that's what an antioxidant does. An antioxidant is something that will donate, it'll give up an electron, and that feeds this free radical, so then it becomes not dangerous to your tissues anymore. And so when you're thinking about your mitochondria, I like to think of them, they're like these little like nuclear reactors. They're doing a lot, and they're making all this tremendous energy, but if they run hot, okay, meaning too many free radicals, too much of this oxidative stress, they become very dangerous to themselves and the cell. So you want them running happily. You want to keep them cool with antioxidants and good nutrition, so they can make all this energy but not become a problem to themselves or the cell. So so your nutrition for specifically for thyroid and energy production, it's not that complicated. We could talk about a lot of other nutrients and herbs and things like this, but these are the essentials. These are the building blocks that you need to have a good, strong foundation for thyroid health, hormone production, and ultimately production of energy in your cells, which is what we're going for anyway when we're talking about thyroid. All right. Hopefully you found this helpful.